When a bear meets a Kangal dog, everything reaches the peak of tension and panic in an instant. The bear, huge and powerful, comes forward with heavy steps, his eyes shining with anger and excitement. But right in front of him, Kangal, fearless and ready, is standing without a moment's hesitation. This moment determines the fate. Will the bear win with its brute force? Or will Kangal push this giant back with his unique courage? To see moments of a spectacular and exciting battle, stay with us until the end of the video. In the first sequence of the video, in the forest, where only the strongest survive, a huge bear comes through the trees with a ferocious roar. His eyes shine in the darkness, ready for battle. But suddenly from the shadows, a white Kangal dog, steadfast and fearless, appears on his path. A moment of silence. But this calm is only a prelude to a violent storm. The bear brings down its heavy paws with all its might, but the Kangal dodges with extraordinary agility. The battle has begun. The bear tries to knock the dog off its feet, but the Kangal attacks with lightning strikes, neutralizing its heavy blows. Suddenly, a few minutes later, another Kangal dog appears from among the trees. Now the bear is surrounded. The two Kangals, in perfect harmony, drag the giant of the forest to and fro. One aims at his neck with his powerful teeth, the other attacks his legs. The bear struggles, roars, but the Kangals rush at him more mercilessly than before. His resistance weakens moment by moment until he no longer has the strength to continue the battle. Finally, silence falls. Two fearless Kangal warriors are victorious in this fierce battle. Hunters who proved that in the wild world, true strength lies in courage, endurance, and unity. In this amazing sequence recorded by the camera, in front of the door of the house, a big Kangal dog was sitting calmly, tied to a chain. But suddenly from afar, a giant bear approaches the house. A tense moment, and just as the bear is about to get too far, Kangal pulls the chain with all his might and charges with a roar. The bear backs away for a moment, but is still determined. The dog's owner, horrified, arrives with a piece of wood to break up the fight, but Kangal has no way back. It's a battle to defend his home and his owner. What happens if the chain breaks? Can Kangal bring the bear to its knees, or will this battle come to an unexpected end? What do you think? You all think the story is over, but you are wrong. A few hours have passed since the previous conflict, and now the cold and snowy night has arrived. Silence reigns everywhere, but suddenly out of the darkness, the defeated bear returns, this time for revenge. His eyes sparkle in the dark, and his heavy steps break the snow. The man, who is still outside, starts to run away when he sees the terrified bear. But Kangal is ready. Without a moment's hesitation, he attacks his old enemy with a fierce roar. The bear, seeing no way to retreat, decides to fight this time. A fierce fight breaks out in the snow. Forks fly through the air, teeth flash, and savage roars break the night silence. But Kangal has learned from the first battle. It responds to every blow of the bear with more speed and power. Minutes later, the bear, which no longer has the strength to continue the fight, runs away with fear and disappears in the darkness, out of breath and wounded. In your opinion, is this the end of the story, or will the bear come back for revenge? Write your opinion in the comments. In this exciting sequence, a mother bear and her two cubs enter an urban area while searching for food. But this unwanted entry provokes the dogs in the area. Suddenly, loud and violent barking sounds in the air. Dogs see bears as a threat to their territory and prepare to attack. Realizing the danger, the mother bear quickly takes one of her cubs with her and runs away from the area. But the second cub stays behind. He, who is still small and inexperienced, stares at the angry dogs in a dazed moment. But suddenly, instead of running away, he boldly attacks them. The dogs, now more in number, attack him from different directions. The bear cub tries to defend itself with its small but sharp claws. He growls and knocks one of the dogs away with his paws. But that's not enough. Dogs are not loose. The bear cub tries to get through them, but everywhere he runs, a dog turns green in his path. Some dogs from the back, some dogs from the front. Now he is trapped. The conflict becomes more intense. The bear cub, now wounded, has no more strength to fight. He takes a few steps back, but the dogs take the opportunity to bite him harder. The sound of terrified screams of the bear cub echoes in the air, but no help is coming. At this moment, a car speeds by. The driver tries to scare the dogs with loud horns and lights. The dogs hesitate a bit, but still have their eyes fixed on their wounded prey. Moments later, the bear cub can no longer stand. It falls to the ground with a weak whimper. The dogs back away for a moment, as if assured of victory. But suddenly, feeling an invisible danger, they leave the scene one by one. And now the bear cub lies alone on the ground, wounded, helpless, and defenseless. Do you think his mother will come back? Does it have a chance to survive? As you can see, the wild world is cruel and no one knows what will happen to this bear cub. In this video sequence, the sun shines high in the sky and the green plain is full of sheep. Suddenly, the silence breaks. At the edge of the forest, a giant bear appears. His eyes are locked on the herd and he is looking for prey out of hunger. His heavy steps shake the ground and he moves quickly toward the sheep. With an attack, the bear attacks the herd. The panicked sheep are jumping around, but some of them are running away. The plain is full of noise and the sound of paws. The herd is splitting up, but at this moment, the terrible barking of a dog is heard. The white Kangal dog, the protector of the herd, runs towards the bear with strength and speed. His eyes are like the eyes of a warrior, and his body is ready for battle. Not wanting to miss the hunt, the bear attacks the dog. But Kangal forces the bear to retreat with his quick movements, strong kicks, and teeth. A brutal battle begins. The Kangal dog defends the herd and its owner with endless courage and perseverance. Each attack hits the bear hard, and the bear, realizing that it cannot outrun the dog, begins to retreat. The battle continues. Kangal is still chasing the bear, and the bear, now losing control, decides to leave the battlefield. The bear gets away from the herd and runs away to the surrounding mountains, but Kangal is still chasing him with power and cruelty. Finally, the bear, unable to resist the strong dog, runs away. In this battle, Kangal not only saved the herd, but also showed that nothing could distract him from his duty. In this last sequence of the video, a big bear entered a field in broad daylight. He is eating something that has fallen on the ground and is busy with appetite. There is a moment of calm as his head is down and he is completely engulfed in food. But this peace is suddenly interrupted by the loud and furious barking of the dog. A few seconds later, a big and brave dog appears from among the trees and bushes. This dog, who has sharp eyes and full of courage, quickly runs towards the bear. He attacks the bear without hesitation. With extraordinary strength and speed, the dog moves forward and reaches the bear. The bear, having suddenly sensed a threat, turns its head toward the dog and prepares its claws to attack the dog with a loud and terrifying roar. A fight begins and blows are quickly exchanged between the dog and the bear. The huge bear lunges at the dog with its claws, but the dog, with its intelligence and flexibility, repels the attacks and inflicts strong blows on the bear's body. The dog still does not stop moving and pushes the bear with all its strength. The bear, feeling deadlocked against this powerful dog, begins to retreat. But the dog keeps chasing him, never giving up. Finally, unable to escape the dog, the bear retreats in terror into the trees and out of the enclosure. The dog follows him to make sure the threat is gone. After the bear is completely out of the area, the dog calms down and returns to its territory. The dog, triumphant and proud, continues his wild life, showing that no threat can enter his territory. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell next to the subscribe button to see more videos. Write your thoughts in the comments. Until the next video, God bless.